silence. So we're going to do a practice that's based around these themes, and we're going to start on our seats. So if you need something under your feet to support the feet, then by all means. And the idea is that it's as restful for the hips as possible to sit with the knees supported out in front of the hips. We want to be at the edge of the seat and sitting in a comfortably upright position. So you don't need to hold yourself really rigidly tall, but just feeling that sense of lift, maybe a touch of engagement in the belly muscles and the hands resting on the thighs. And here, if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes. And if you prefer, you can just gaze at one spot. The reason why we do this is because the visual cortex is the largest part of the brain. And by reducing the amount of stimulus it has by gazing at one spot or closing the eyes, we begin to quiet the mind. Oh, we have another participant, 2 ticks. Oh, Annette has managed to make it. Super duper. Here we go. Apologies, guys. Keep enjoying your upright position. She's still connecting to audio. We'll see how it goes. Okay, well, we'll press on just so we've got something to do while Annette sorts her technologies out as well. It's been one of those days. Okay, so in this beautifully upright position, allowing your breath to find a natural rhythm. And noticing the sound of your breath. So it doesn't matter whether the breath is audible or if it's quiet or even completely silent, but noticing what sound the breath is making. See if you can deepen your breath. And observe if it is more audible as a deeper breath, or whether it's less audible, or whether you can quieten it. There's no right or wrong way. Your breath will always fall as it most naturally wants to. Then we're going to see if we can make a sound with the breath. So we're going to start with an R sound on exhalation. And if it's helpful, you can rest your hands onto your belly. We want the sound to come from deep in the body. So you breathe in, lengthen through the spine. And as you breathe out, make an R sound. Keep going like this. Keep breathing in this way. Notice how long your exhalation is. See if you can Soften the features of the face, the shoulders, and as much of the rest of the body as possible as you breathe this way. We'll do one more. So at the end of your exhalation, just allowing your breath to fall back into a more natural rhythm. And find a little silence and perhaps a swallow or two to relieve any tension from the throat. We're going to take the hands now and rest them on the center of the chest. We're going to make an ooh sound or a U sound. So breathing in normally, or deeply rather, and breathing out. Doesn't matter what you sound like in terms of tone or tune, keep going. Trying to keep softness in the face and the shoulders. And we'll do one more. So at the end of your exhalation, allowing your breath to fall back into a more natural and neutral rhythm. And we're going to take our hands and place them into chin mudra. So first fingers and thumbs together, just resting the palms up or down as you choose, wherever is comfortable. You can even rest them into your lap if you prefer. And our final sound will be a humming but done with the teeth apart. So this sound comes with a closed mouth, and the sound is much higher up. You can focus on your third eye space as you hum, or the space behind the mouth. A deep breath in. And breathing in. Trying to keep the face nice and relaxed. Teeth apart. Last one. At the end of your next exhalation, allowing your breath to spend a few moments in its more natural rhythm before we put these three sounds together to make the mantra Om. So an ah, an oo or u sound, and an sound. And as you do Om, it's useful to note that the ah sound is quite short. It's the sound that we can extend our breath with the most. So if you are just doing ahs, you might have noticed that your exhalation was really long. And for oos, a little bit shorter, and for ums, a little bit shorter still. So when we do Om, we're going to accommodate that by making the ah part of our Om the shortest, and then the oo to hold an extra beat, and then the to finish the breath. And just keep going with your breath. So every time you finish your exhalation, you'll have a moment, maybe a short pause, a moment of silence, breathing in and then beginning again. And we'll go until I sound the chimes and just finish at the end of that exhalation. So hands in chin mudra if you'd like. Breathing in to lengthen the spine tall. Breathing out to soften the shoulders down, and we'll begin. A deep breath in. Make it loud. So at the end of your exhalation, just allowing your breath to fall back into its natural rhythm and fall away into silence. Spend a few moments observing the effect of your practice, softening tension from the shoulders or chest or neck or forehead or face. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to the center of the chest. Lift your chest up just a touch. Draw your chin towards your chest until you feel a good stretch down the back of your neck. Enjoy that stretch, that feeling of length, maybe that feeling of release. Smile to yourself, and when you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands, and opening your eyes. Awesome stuff. Okay, we're just going to bring ourselves up to standing. Okay, so we're going to stand maybe in front of our chairs for a little Kati Chakrasana, a little swaying from side to side. So feet nice and wide, a softness to the knees. We're going to focus on really keeping this abdominal area engaged, and then freeing the feet straight away if that feels okay to you, just twisting from side to side. And you can allow the engagement of the tummy muscles to show you what's moving, to make you understand what's moving, what's engaged here, as you let the arms and the shoulders be soft and relaxed. Touching the opposite shoulder in front of you and the opposite hip behind if that feels comfortable. Letting your head follow the movement. We'll give the knees a bit of a bend. So in the center, you can bend the knees and then twist, dip and twist, dip and twist, dip and twist, dip and twist. Very good. Still with a touch of firmness in the abdominal muscles. Just finding that rhythm, coordination. Doesn't matter what you look like. Just enjoy easing tension out of the back of the body particularly. We're going to let the bend go and simply pivot on the toes. And then let our feet find stillness and release the momentum of the body so you find yourself back to your center. When you do, you might want to turn your toes in. Maybe you don't, that's okay. But just roll through the shoulders. Rolling the shoulders. Feeling that opening across the chest. Maybe a release across the tops of the shoulders, the top of the back. Let's reverse that motion. Come the other way as well. Rolling in the shoulders. Very good. This is my very clunky direction. It's a bit extra clunky today after so much gardening this week. Aces. So then letting the arms rest by the sides. We're going to take the fingertips onto the shoulders and make small circles to begin with the elbows. So small to begin with. And you don't have to make your breath in any particular way, but if you want to, you can breathe in as you come up with the elbows and out as you come down. And you can begin to gradually increase the breadth or the circumference of these circles until you're drawing the elbows towards each other in front and the elbows slightly behind the body as you go back and down rather. Aces. It's nice I can see everybody on the screen today. We're going to go in the opposite direction as well. There we go. Very good. So opening the elbows maybe a touch behind the body to open the chest, bringing the elbows towards each other in front of the body. Just doing the best that you can, because it doesn't matter what your shape looks like, as long as you're lubricating and rotating those shoulders. We'll let the arms rest down by the sides. We'll give the shoulders a little bit of a shrug. We're going to draw the fronts of the shoulders towards each other in front of us as if we were hunching our back, and then draw them back behind us. So we're drawing the front of the shoulders towards each other and then drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. So we get this sort of undulation through the upper back area. Let the arms move so that you can feel that in the shoulders more, not the arms leading it at all. And if you want to, you can let the head move with this as well. We'll do 2 more. Very good. And then we'll relax the shoulders down. Maybe feel it across the shoulders a little bit there. And we'll finish by drawing the shoulders up towards the ears and taking them as far back as we can. And then drop the shoulders down the back, the shoulder blades coming down the back, and see if you can hold this position of the open chest and then center your head. So retract the chin so that it's over the chest, and maybe even turn the palms to face forward. See if that helps. If that doesn't help, try turning the palms just to face the sides of the body. Take a deep breath in. And then relaxing as you exhale the whole body. So we want to try to train the shoulders to be back a little bit. But today what we're going to do is try and open the throat chakra a bit, and then we're going to do OMS again. Woo, how exciting. So to open the throat chakra, we're concerned a little bit with the chest, but also with the neck. So if you want to do this sitting down, you absolutely can. But if you want to do it standing up, just for a change, you can take the feet nice and wide and soften the knees. And try to, with the hands on the hips, just find your neutral spine. So tucking under and then releasing away, finding the neutral bit for your hips to sit at that suits you the best. When you found that center, just making sure that you're evenly weighted from left to right on your feet. And if your legs ever get tired, you can just lengthen the knees before you come back again. Okay, so here in the center, we're going to try to draw the shoulder blades open. So draw the shoulder blades towards each other and turn the palms forward, and then retract the chin and make gentle movements with the head. So we're taking the right ear towards the right shoulder and then back to the center. We're taking the left ear to the left shoulder and back to the center. Don't worry too much about your breathing. We're just lengthening, but keeping this openness of the front of the body. A little bit of action in the upper back as we move. Very good. Try to think of this as a side bend of the neck, ear to shoulder. We'll do one more to each side. Lovely job. And then we're going to come back to the center. We're going to lengthen the legs and just let the arms and the shoulders relax a little bit. And do a little undulation or a wiggle, dancing shoulders, whatever works for you. Before we come back and do that again. So soft in the knees, rolling the shoulder blades back towards each other, turning the palms towards the front, if that suits you, if you feel that openness here. And then this time we're going to retract the chin, feel that length through the back of the neck, breathe in the center, and breathe out as we turn to look over the right shoulder. Breathe in back to the center, breathe out, turn to look over the left shoulder. Breathe in back to center, breathe out as you turn. Breathe into the center, breathe out as you turn to the left. Keep going with your breath. We'll do 2 more to each side. Just finding our way with this, not pushing or forcing, just moving, experiencing how it feels with the shoulders back and down. Very good. Last time to the left. And we'll come back to the center. Relax the arms, relax the legs, undulate anything that needs undulating. It's always nice to have a wiggle. And then we're going to try a little, something slightly different. So if it's possible for you to interlace your fingers behind your body, then I'd like you to do that. And if it isn't, then if there's a tea towel or something close by that you can hold on to give you a bit of space, then that's good. So Annette, just taking care with this, we'll do the right shoulder first anyway. So behind the body, we're going to roll the shoulder blades towards each other, and with the arms nice and bent, we're going to draw the hands to the left hip so that you end up with your right upper arm close to your body. Hold on, I'm doing the wrong side. There we are. There, opposite way. There we are. So right upper arm close to your body, and instead of making this arm like a chicken wing or a bat wing, we're going to draw that elbow towards the opposite elbow behind us. Okay, everyone still good with this? Aces. So a little softness in the knees. We're going to retract the chin, and here we're going to take the left ear to the left shoulder, roll the chin towards the chest, and then come back, taking the ear to the shoulder. So we're going to go forwards and backwards like that. So chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, really gentle, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. Very good. One more. And we're going to finish in the center with the chin down. Relax the arms away from their position. Relax the hands forward, and then just roll up with the chin. So we're back to standing upright. We're going to roll the shoulders and do anything that you need to do to release. That's a very subtle but strongish one, strongish. And then we can do the other side. And Annette, just doing what feels good on this side. So hands behind the body, interlacing the fingers. We're going to roll the shoulder blades towards each other and then draw the left hand towards the right hip. And if you find that your right elbow bat wings, then we're going to draw the elbows towards each other behind the body. Firm in the belly, soft in the knees, retracting your chin. So here, taking the right ear to the right shoulder. And then just allowing the chin to roll towards the chest in the front. And then right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Rolling just this sort of quarter circle with the neck. Very good. Keep moving with your breath, or moving. And we'll do one more. And this time, allowing the chin to rest at the chest, release the arms and roll up with the chin. So you come back to standing steady, lengthening the arms and the legs, just moving anything that needs moving. This sort of waving arms is quite nice as you draw the elbows up and down a little bit. I like this one to release through the shoulders and that space across the front of the shoulders, top of the chest. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to try something I don't normally promote, lifting the chin up and rolling around. But what I'd like you to do is try to find a circle with your nose or your chin that allows you a little bit of lift in the front, but without crunching the back of your neck. So if you feel any compression or a sense of closing the space in the back of the neck, then it's probably too much. We just want a small circle. A small circle. We'll go in one direction. Nice lift through the front of the throat. And then we can go in the opposite direction. So we're not looking for a full range of movement or a full stretch, but just a little exploration. Very good. Coming back to center. So we're going to do that same practice, but with both hands behind the back. So with this one, you can either put your hands onto your back and roll your shoulder blades towards each other, keep your elbows towards each other, or you can hold elbow to elbow or forearm to forearm or wrist to wrist, whatever naturally meets. And to do this, we want to roll the shoulder blades down and keep the chest a little bit open. But softness in the knees stops us overarching. So we don't want to end up pressing forward with the hips. That's not the plan. So a little softness in the knees, keeping the shoulder blades moving towards each other. Inch your fingers towards the opposite arm, maybe just a touch more, unless you can naturally hold your elbows, and in which case kudos to you, I'm not there yet. And then we'll retract the chin. And we'll just begin those small circles again. So feeling small circles with the chin or the nose, whichever is easiest for you to focus on. And the opposite way. Perhaps you're aware of if it feels slightly different to move in this way. With the chest open. When you're ready, coming back to center. We're going to leave the arms here, but lengthen the legs a little bit more. And we're actually going to open now. So we're going to lift the chest. Try not to swing the hips forward, but lift the chest and see if you can open the chest just a little bit more, firm in the belly muscles, and then come back to center. We'll do two more. Breathing in, firm in the belly, opening the chest. Breathing out, back to center. And one more. Breathing in, firm in the belly, opening the chest. Breathing out, back to center. And then releasing the arms, just making any movements that feel good to you. It might feel a little bit here in the front of the shoulders. So let's make any movements that feel good. Feel good. So we've done lots of this way of opening. So we're going to counter that with a little bit of the opposite direction. And for this one, we're actually going to sit down. So, and that's just because it's just it's a touch more stable sitting down. Let's go with that. So we'll take the arms wide and wrap the right arm on top of the left arm and hug our shoulders. And here we want the elbows to rest towards the chest. So really just let go of any effort to lift them up, just let them be down. And to begin with, just a couple of deep breaths here. Maybe you can feel that space between the fingertips and the back of the body widening as you breathe in. And the fingertips softening closer together again as you breathe out. When you're ready, we're going to lift the elbows. Now, if it's not comfortable to lift the elbows, you can leave them down. But lifting the elbows, and if it is comfortable to lift the elbows, you can try releasing your hands and bringing the backs of the hands towards each other, turning the hands towards each other, or wrapping the arms so that the palms are towards each other. Now, if you're far apart, don't worry. You're going to keep that motion, so keep that intention to draw the arms towards each other and keep the elbows lifted. And we're going to try and find a figure of 8 with the head. So a figure of 8 movement, making figure of 8 or infinity signs with the nose. We'll go in the opposite direction as well. Very good. And then to release out, we're going to just let the hands come back down to the shoulders, rest down the sides of the body, across the body, and we'll turn the palms open and open the chest, lifting up. And then releasing down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So reaching the arms wide, taking the left arm over the right arm, hugging the shoulders, letting the elbows really relax down onto the chest, and a few deep breaths here, just finding that space in the back of the body. Letting the breath explore that space. After your next exhalation, lifting the elbows up, and it might be that that feels stretchy enough for you. And if you feel good lifting the elbows up, you can bring the backs of the hands towards each other. If they get quite close, turn the palms together and you might get a good touch there. And if you can, just wrapping one palm in front of the other or behind the other. If your arms are still just a little bit touch apart, doesn't matter. You'll have one side that works better than the other as well. We're going to have the intention of drawing the hands towards each other, a little bit of length into the fingertips, a little bit of lift in the elbows. And we're going to try and find that figure of 8 with the nose again. Just a few times before reversing the direction. Essentially, it doesn't matter what movements your head is making as long as you're making some small movements. And then coming back to the center, dropping the hands to the shoulders, relaxing the arms down the sides of the body. And we're going to do that big breathing in, taking the arms apart, lifting the chest, and breathing out, letting the arms rest down by the sides. Okay, so you might feel this in your shoulders. We did handstands in the first class, so I'm feeling it in my shoulders, and I can't tell if it's from the handstands or if it's from this. So, but not to worry, not to worry. So we're going to do one last practice for the throat chakra before we do our OMS again. So for this, we're going to have the feet nice and wide apart. And we're going to do our goddess breaths. So this is a goddess squat in this position. We're going to reach the arms out as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, it's fists to the waist and a ha. Okay, really quite forceful. So we're breathing in and ha. Good job. Breathing in and ha. Really let go of anything you've got to let go of. Breathing in and ha. That's it. Breathing in and ha. One more. Breathing in and ha. Good stuff. And relax. And relax. You've got your inner warrior goddess going there. And you hopefully that's shifted any. So when we're doing OM, sometimes you get like a fluctuation in the throat. And goddess breath can give us that release of anything that's blocking there. So we'll come back and we'll try our OMS one more time. So sitting really tall, supporting your feet if that works for you. And because we're going to be doing OM repeatedly, it becomes more like a meditative or concentration practice. And so here, Chin Mudra can really be helpful. So first finger and thumb together if you like, other fingers long, and you can have your palms turned up or down as you choose. We're going to create a little bit of lift in the center by using the belly muscles a bit and using that strength we've created in the back of the body to lift ourselves tall. Allow your breath to settle. And whenever you're ready, joining in with me, you can have your eyes open or closed as you choose. Three loud but not forced. Three soft but not whispered. 3 ohms whispered. 3 silently. And then allow your breath to find its natural, spontaneous rhythm and observe the effect of your practice. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to Namaste. Lift your chest and draw your chin down to where you feel a stretch in the back of the body. Enjoy that stretch for a moment. Smile to yourself. And when you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands, opening your eyes. Awesome stuff, girls. So we've been sitting for a little while, so we're just going to move gently. And I know that you might feel quite quiet inside, and that's okay. We'll move gently. So coming up to standing, and we're going to stand behind our chairs. And to begin with, we're going to take the feet underneath the hips and just allow your right toes to slide back behind you. So we're opening the front of the body, right toes are slid back. We're going to squeeze the buttocks a little bit and just press the hips slightly forward. Firm the belly, and we're going to raise the right arm up. And then if you want to, you can try to draw your shoulder blade down your back as you take the right hand back towards behind the body. And if you want to here, you can leave your right foot on the floor or take your weight off your right foot and feel that openness, like a half moon shape from the right fingertips to the right toe tips. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to float the right foot down and float the the right hand down to the back of the chair and stand onto both feet. Observe the difference between the two sides of the body. And we're going to forward bend now. So hands on the chair, release the feet away, keep the knees nice and soft, lengthen your tailbone back behind you, and come into your downward facing chair dog. And you can choose to come a little bit lower if you're on a chair that has some room to come down to the seat of the chair if you like. But at the same time, we're going to scoop the belly in and gently just keep the back of the neck free by turning the head a little from side to side. You can even let your head come down between your arms and raise it back up again a few times if you want to. That's a bit more challenging. And if you've already got tension in your chest or upper back, you perhaps want to avoid that. We'll come back to turning the head from side to side. It's always just options here, just options. And then in the center, we're going to bend the knees a little bit deeper, lift the arms back up to the top of the chair and walk our feet in. Very good. Take a moment as you come up just to find your steady, stable place. And then we can do the left-hand side. So we've got the feet underneath the hips. We're sliding the left toes back behind us. And maybe just gently using the buttocks to press the hips forward a touch so you feel an extra length on the left side of the pelvis. Raising the left arm up, firm in the belly. And here you can choose to, if you want to, Annette, you can keep your arm a bit lower down, it's no problem, or take it out to the side. If you want to, you can draw the shoulder blade down the back and lengthen your left arm behind you a touch. And if that feels good and you want to try, you can take your weight onto your right leg and float the left leg off the floor. Here again, just keeping the back of the neck free. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Maybe one more. I can't remember how long we held on the last side. And then floating the left toes to the floor, sliding the left foot underneath and releasing the left arm down. Very good. So we're going to do another forward bend here. So walking the feet away from the back of the chair to a point that feels comfortable for you, nice and soft in the knees, so you can lengthen through the lowest part of the spine. We're going to keep the knees really soft and wiggle the hips a little bit from side to side. So a gentle swing of the tailbone from one direction to the other. Very good. And if you want to, you can keep doing that. If you want to, you can do a sort of circle with the bottom. And if you prefer not to do any wiggling at all, you can stay in the center. Making sure that the back of the neck is nice and free, doing a few movements with the head. And when you're ready, coming back to center, bending the knees a little deeper, looking at the chair seat, walking yourself into the back of the chair. To stand tall. And when you're ready to let go of the chair, just letting the arms rest down to the sides. Awesome source, guys. So we're going to do a standing twist as well. Got all the good ideas today. So for this, we want to be just a little bit further away from the chair so that you could lift your knee up in front of you. So the chair is here for support, and you can use it without if you want to. We're going to take our weight onto our left leg first, and then firm the buttock and thigh over the left leg. So we want to be able to look down from, not the buttock and thigh, the hip. Firm the hip over the left ankle is what I mean. So we look down the left leg and we can see that we haven't swayed our hips to the side at all. We're firmly centered there. And firm in the belly muscles. We're going to draw the knee, the right knee, up in front of us so that it's just sticking straight out from the hip, and flexing the foot if you can. We'll keep our left hand on the chair top. We're going to raise the right arm up in a big circle until it's pointing a little bit back behind us, and we've come into a standing twist here. And so here, in our twisted position, you can draw the shoulder blades together. You can soften this back arm. The elbow doesn't need to be straight. And turn your head, if it feels comfortable, to wherever it is comfortable in this rotation. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we're going to breathe in as we sweep the right hand all the way back over, and breathe out as we drop the right foot to the floor. And then when we're here, take the feet a little bit further apart, just do a wiggle of the hips. No worries. So for anyone that doesn't suit, a simple standing twist is fine. So just a simple twist with the feet both pointing in the same direction. Simple standing twist to hold to both sides, okay? And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So taking your right hip and centering it over the right ankle, maybe using the buttock and thigh, leaving the right hand, the fingers on the back of the chair, firming in the center of the body, lifting the left knee up, flexing the left foot. And then on your next inhalation, reach the left arm up and over, drawing a nice big circle to reach behind the body or to the side of the body, if that suits your arm better. You can soften that elbow behind you, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, stand tall and turn your head into the twist to wherever feels comfortable for you. Take a couple of deep breaths here. On your next deep breath in, reach your left arm back over your head or around the side of your body. And as you breathe out, step onto both feet, relaxing the arms down to the sides. And then just taking the feet apart and giving your hips a bit of a wiggle. Nicely done. You'll be very pleased to know that here ends the standing up part of the class, and it's time for relaxation. So if you want to, you can, of course, relax on your sofa, on your bed. You can lie on the floor because you'll be at your leisure to get up again. But if you're relaxing in your chair, then bring yourself to sit right into the back of the seat if you can. I'm just going to prepare the jingly chimes up here for the end. If you want to, you can wrap yourself in a blanket. It's a very warm day today, but you might, maybe you've got a furry blanket at home you quite like. Make sure that your position feels comfortable, that you're able to feel the support of something behind you, whether that be a cushion under the head or the back of the chair behind you, and resting your hands wherever is comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth. Repeat 3 more times. A long, deep breath in. Let all of your effort go. A long, deep breath in. Let your muscles begin to relax. Last deep breath in and surrender down into your chair, the feet down into the floor. Allow your breath to find its natural, spontaneous rhythm and fall away into silence. Draw your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften and spread. Feel the area around your eyes relaxing. Your mouth, tongue, jaw, and throat releasing. Allow the whole of the body to feel heavy, warm, supported, releasing down into the floor, down into the chair. Move your awareness to your breath. Gently deepen your breath, breathing in for the count of 3, breathing out for the count of 3. Breathing in long and slow and deep. Breathing out long and slow and deep. Breathing in prana, energy, vitality. Breathing out tension, fatigue, negativity. Allow your breath to find this deep rhythm whenever you're aware of it. Turning your attention now to your sense of hearing, your sense of sound. Observe all of the sounds that you can hear around you, identifying each one without allowing it to engage your thoughts. For example, you might hear birds, but don't try and identify which bird. Just being aware of bird song. Allow your awareness to expand through your wider environment. Focused, concentrating, hearing, observing. Pick one sound and allow your awareness to focus on that singular sound. Draw your awareness away from these external sounds. Draw it into yourself. Become aware of the sound that you are making. The sound of your heartbeat, your breath, your digestive system. Observe the silent pauses between these sounds. The momentary silence in the pause of the breath. Allow your awareness to rest on that momentary silence and be drawn into it, finding a deeper quiet within you, a place of peace and tranquility, of stillness. Rest your awareness here, softening the features of your face. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to the sounds you can hear around you. And bring your awareness back to your hands and your feet, maybe moving your feet at the ankles, your hands at the wrists, wiggling your fingers, your toes. When you feel ready, you could take a long, deep breath in and stretch the body in any way that feels good. Maybe making a big yawn like I did. Stretch your face. And releasing the arms. We're going to finish by palming the eyes. So bringing the hands together, rubbing the hands together vigorously, pressing the palms together a little bit firmly, getting heat into the hands, pressing, rubbing. And when they feel warm, placing the hands over the eyes, feeling that warmth, that contact. Release any residual tension from around the eyes. Blinking into your palms a few times. And releasing your hands down as you open your eyes. Namaste, lovely ladies. Fantastic. I'm going to come and unmute you all so we can have a wee chat. Where are we?